Fiverr, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Hi, I'm Brian Pombo. Welcome back to Brian J. Pombo Live. Today we're going to be discussing Fiverr.com. If you're not familiar with Fiverr.com, this is not an advertisement for them, but I'm talking to you as a business owner or somebody that manages a business. If you're looking to hire people and you're looking to just get a job done, usually it's like a one-time job. You got something that just needs doing. Fiverr is a great place to start. Now, where did Fiverr get its name? And those of you who don't know, it's Fiverr.com, Fiverr.com. And it got its name from the fact that when it first started, everything starts at $5. So you have to at least have a gig that you're putting out there that's $5 to have something done. And then it can go up from there, or you could have multiple gigs, or you could have tips on top of what you did for them, or for extra things. Nowadays on Fiverr.com, you can find people offering things in the hundreds and thousands of dollars, but you can still find really good deals. You've got people who are competing to offer you the most for the least, which is a really great deal in most cases. But there's the good, the bad, and the ugly of it. So what brings me to talking about Fiverr.com is this horrible this horrible virus malware attack that hit a whole bunch of my websites at the same time. So while trying to go back and forth with the hosting company, which I will not degrade them by bringing them up here, but they haven't been all that helpful, and so going back and forth with them, they're trying to rope me into a long-term deal, and what I wanted to do was basically clean up my websites so that I could then reassess where to go from there, because right now everything's completely shut down and has been for days. It's a little bit of a nightmare, but that's okay, because we like nightmares. We like getting through these type of things, so it's fun. It's fun when it's over. It's not over yet. So we're getting there. We're getting closer to fun. So in the process, I've had to hire a couple people on Fiverr.com to help me go in and clean up a lot of these things. There are people that specialize in cleaning up malware on websites like these, and these are WordPress-based websites. So they go in and they pay attention to all the spots where they would normally be, and they help to clean it up. They know how to do it. It's not necessarily a high-skilled situation. It's just one of those things that's specialized enough that I don't want to have to spend time. I can't set aside everything that I do in order to go learn a new skill. I'd rather just pay someone that's already knows how to do it. And I'm willing to pay a decent amount of money for it, but I wanted to start out and see what's available. So I started hiring some people, and here's some things to pay attention to. If you're looking to be able to communicate with the person, make sure they speak your language. And you can usually tell by reading their ad on how well they speak your language, but they also have a section in there where you can say I want people that speak English. If you speak English like me, you may want somebody you can communicate with well. It's not a good or bad thing. It's not a racial thing or anything like that. It's just I need to be able to communicate back and forth. And so you could choose that. You may choose somebody in your own country because you figure that they'll know how to communicate with you even better. That doesn't always fit, because a lot of people say they're in the United States or from the United States, and they're not necessarily from the United States. And after you end up paying for them, you end up finding out real quickly that there's a communication barrier, and that's very difficult to get through. But Fiverr does a pretty decent job at keeping that communication open. They only take a very small percentage of what you're paying. I think you pay a couple bucks extra on top of what you're already paying them, and that's what Fiverr's fee is, and then they get the rest. So you can work things out. I'm on my second person already trying to get this website cleaned up. Now, why am I going on Fiverr.com to have my website cleaned up? Are there better ways? Of course there are. It's just I had really good luck when I had attacks in years past. I'd gone on Fiverr and hired people that clean it out and had really great success with it. And long-term success on the things that the people that I worked with put into place. The problem is the people I work with are no longer on Fiverr, and so I'm always looking for somebody new to help take part in something like this. So you get on there, and so you may deal with communication barrier. You may deal with people that are a little bit lazy. You may deal with people that don't have a work ethic. because anybody can be on there. Anybody can be doing it. So these are all things you got to take into account when going on there. And it may take you a while to find the person that can do the job you want them to do. And sometimes Fiverr isn't the right place. There are other websites you can go to. Many other, I mean, there's endless amounts of other websites you can go to pay people to do one-time jobs. The best thing is, if you find someone that's good at something, keep going back to them. Make sure you have all their information, even if they're not going to be on Fiverr. Make sure they have, see if they've got a website or something else that you can communicate with them from there on. Because finding someone that can do something well and something you may need to go back to them in the future is really helpful. But the key term here is Fiverr.com. You can find just about anything, and that's good and bad. You're going to find the good and the bad and the ugly. You're going to find people who can do a really good job at what you're looking for them to do, and you're going to find people who just put out there that they're interested in doing it. So you want to pay attention to reviews. You want to pay attention to how they speak and how everything is written on their site. Reviews will show you how often they've been used for that particular skill, that particular gig that they're offering, and it'll tell you what they thought about them. So you'll get a feel for that. The more you pay attention to those type of things, the longer you filter through people, the better chance you'll have at getting the right person for the right job. Oftentimes, if I'm rushing to get a job done, like I kind of am with this one, I end up picking the wrong people. And it's just things that you would know better if you were taking your time and just paying attention. But it's something you really ought to try and do. Just for fun, if nothing else, go check out Fiverr.com and just flip through it and look at all the cool things that they offer. You could also say, hey, I need this done, and you could put that up and let people kind of bid for it, or let you know what their availability is and what they can do and how long it would take them to do it. So just a little tip. The main tip is Fiverr.com, and just the little warning that goes along with it. Go check it out. It's a good tactical tip. It's not for everybody, definitely not for every situation, but it's something to have in your back pocket. Can be quite useful. Hey, hopefully you found that helpful today. I have more and more of these coming up. Right now the website's down, but if you go check it out, it might be up by the time you see this, brianjpombo.com. And we have a special offer over on brianjpombo.com/Amazon, which is the Amazon Proof Strategy Session. So if you're looking to take your business and really make it completely competition proof, even from a large company like Amazon.com, you're going to want to check out the Amazon Proof Strategy Session. brianjpombo.com/Amazon. You can find that link in the description. Hey, you have a great night. We'll be back here tomorrow. In the meantime, get out there and let the magic happen.